Good morning, everybody. Ripple Phil. Just happened to see on the internet in regards to Shahmima Begum, or for me, for the purpose of this video, Shahmima Begone. Stay gone. What world are we living in? I'm going to cut straight to the chase. What world are we living in when you're funding someone who, one, has not demonstrated that she's got the slightest regard for this country or its traditions or the faith that is predominantly adhered to in this country, but she's actively gone out as a jihadi bride. Now it's later emerged that she worked for some kind of Sharia police, which is very ironic, which she kept very quiet in the beginning. I just do not get it. I'm reading in articles now that the price of her being able to fight against the citizenship which has been revoked may enter into the many hundreds of thousands. I mean, what the fuck? This country is literally on its arse. Economically, you've got the higher echelons through the city of London that are making money, that are doing all right, but it's not dripping down. You've got the average man that can barely afford to feed himself. You've got the average lady now that is literally on the breadline. I'm sure there's some kind of studies where, me as a self-employed person, I'm literally 2-3 weeks away from bankruptcy because there's no reserves. It is what it is. If I don't keep working, that money will stop within a couple of weeks. I'm fucked. So that's how serious my financial issue is. I don't get paid for doing any of this. I don't monetize any of my clips. And I'm not posing this video to now for people to feel sorry for my economic status, because there's people who are watching this video who have got far worse status than I have. And it's not a pissing competition. I'm making the broader point. This is why we, as the average, as the proletariat, are going to look at stories like this and just simply go, are you taking the piss? There's people who have to sign on. There's people who will be going to food banks. She's actively walked past wheelie bins with severed heads in it. She didn't give a shit. She's actively gone out working for a Sharia patrol, as it were, remonstrating with other Muslims. So how, the average law-abiding Muslim, how do they feel about that? She's going out remonstrating, apparently armed, because they're not adhering to the fullest edicts of the Quran, which not all Muslims do, but because they're not in this so-called caliphate, that is not adhering to Islam. So you look at it through the law, morality, economically, and common sense. The law, well, there's nothing we can do about it. The law's soft in this country. We protect the perpetrator and punish the victim. It's always the fucking way, innit? They call it innocent until proven guilty. Right, yeah, okay. In some cases that might be the veil, but in other cases you can just see it's just a total injustice. So there's fuck all we can do about that, unfortunately. However, the cost incurred economically, several £100,000. How many organisations have I been trying to highlight that are on their arse, that are having to do fucking bric-a-brac sales and fun days because of the problems they've got in the city, or trying to highlight historical sexual abuse, or in terms of Maria's trying to show that there's abuse on all sides when it comes to women, whether they be Muslim, whether they be white, whether they be black. That is the reality. It's non-demographic. So couldn't that money be better used? We've got food banks, we've got all kinds of vulnerable situations in this country where several £100,000, probably clocking into £1 million by the time you've added on time for what people are going to spend covering this shit. Just like me talking about this now, I prefer to be doing a video talking about something actually important, not about some 19-year-old who really should stay in the pissy bed that she's made for herself. Common sense. Well, the common sense has already spoke in the first 20 seconds. Be gone. Be gone. You don't deserve a place back in this country, and you don't deserve to be funded to have the argument to pose that you need to come back in this country. You made the decision. You might regret it now, but it's a hell of a fucking decision. It's not, shall I have beans and toast or shall I have just plain toast here? You're talking about walking past fucking wheelie bins with severed heads in it. So you made your decision. That bed was a pissy one. Now you've got to lie in it. Shahmima, begone. Red Pill Phil, like and subscribe. I love you all, even the pissing haters.